Facebook. It is 5 o'clock. It is June the 5th of 2020. And I just want to ask you the question, is this the reason why the stereo behind Core 1 was shut down and no longer available as of June the 2014? This is an image from from January of 2007, and we can see all these UFOs. I believe these are benevolent beings. We can see all of these all around the sun is what we can see. You may say, well, this is an older thing. That was a long time ago. It doesn't matter. These beings, these celestial beings, these UFOs are still up there in the sky. They did not go anywhere. And the heavy spraying, I believe, is meant to hide them. So when you take pictures of the sun and you see all these UFOs that are flying around, and people are dismissing them as specks of dust and little insects, no, they're not. They are these type of beings up there, these type of UFOs. These are living, these are moving, these are real. And I just want to show you a few more pictures of this, and I would encourage you to go look at the stereo behind that was discontinued back in 2014, because it's good to revisit the past. We need to know that's what has been happening and what is happening that they don't want us to see. This is what's happening that they don't want us to see, are these UFOs clustered all around the sun. The sun is like a great big portal, and I believe it's so...
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, Great Millstone. Honor to you fellow brothers out there kicking his word in all sincerity and truth. And I've been watching this lady for a while, Gina Marie Colvin Hill. And I believe through the spirit she might be an Israelite. She clearly watches our videos, man. And for a while, she's been exposing the lies of Esau and Edom. As you can clearly see in this video right here, these are so-called UFOs, which the world deems them, but they're really chariots of the Most High. These are the chariots of the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel. All right? And so the scriptures say, be not deceived. Because Esau wants to deceive you into making you think that these are so-called green men from Mars. And this is why they have these different movies programming your mind to fear the chariots, when the Lord said don't fear these chariots. Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Right? Hey, because you might have an Edomite that sees all these signs in the skies. They might see a chariot, they might bug the hell out. Because you so-called white people, you know that these chariots, it concludes the end of your kingdom, of your system, that was built on what? Oppression of the Israelites. So it says, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heavens. And what are one of the signs of the Most High? These chariots, man. And these chariots are letting us know that the Lord is watching everything that's going on down here on this earth. These chariots are the eyes of the Most High. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Right. But rather you should be rejoicing right now. Because we're at the end, we're at the very end of this man's system. Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Right. So we don't have 20 years from now. We don't have 5 years from now. When you see all these things going on with earthquakes in diverse places, you got the upwards of the people. You got race wars and race riots. That concludes that the Lord is about to bring this man's kingdom to an end. All right? And you know, Esau, he likes to hide everything. You know, she got her channel striked, which I'm just using this information to let you brothers know that our salvation is nearer than we believe, man. These chariots that the Lord is making known are appearing more and more and more. All right? And Esau really can't hide this type of information. The Spirit of the Lord is upon different people on this earth that are exposing all these things, man. Okay? And those chariots are the one-way ticket for the elect to escape the judgment. Because World War III will happen upon this planet Earth in this generation. You're going to have these Edomites, starting with the king of Babylon, be destroyed by these different nations, starting with NATO, Russia, and the EU, and various countries. You know? So this is Psalms 168, matter of fact. Let me get that. Psalm 68 and verse 17. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000s, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. Right, as you can see, this video clearly has a whole lot of chariots, man. And it's all centered around the sun. You clearly can't make this up. This is prophecy happening right before your eyes, man. You know? Like, this is a beautiful sight right here. Why do you think these Edomites are spraying these fucking chemtrails in the air? You know? Because the chariots there are appearing more and more. Now Esau, what is he trying to do right now? He's trying to set up a space force to fight against the Most High when he comes back. But the Lord's going to destroy that. Because that's all a vain imagination. That's a stumbling block. Because of the pride of these Edomites, they think they can fight against the Lord when he returns. Psalms chapter 2 and verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine the vain thing? And what's the vain thing? Well, it's a space force. Alright? They're trying to militarize space. They're trying to assemble all these nations to come together to fight against the Lord. And it's all going to be in vain. It says the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then he shall speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. That's right, man. That's right. So everything that these so-called Edomites are setting up is all in vain. It's all false. Hey, because this second Passover that the Lord is going to pass over Babylon and over different parts of the world to gather up the elect, guess what? That's going to far surpass the times of Egypt. When the Lord drowned those Egyptians, the modern day so-called Africans that had the Israelites in bondage, that's going to far surpass that, you know? We're living some beautiful times right now, man. Truly beautiful, beautiful times, man. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17. And let me just start at verse 1. Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 1. For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with the bonds of a long night, lay their exile from the eternal provinces. For while they were supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. And this happened back in the time of Egypt, when the Lord gave us a pillar of fire that we continue to work and we had peace. Meanwhile, he was terrifying the Egyptians. Okay, they were having strange apparitions. They couldn't sleep. The Lord was bringing frogs and locusts upon the land of the Egyptians. That's exactly what the Lord is doing in these last days, man. Verse 5. No power of the fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night. So it was pitch darkness, you know. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful. For being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not. Right, so the Lord was playing games with these Egyptians, man. All right, he was making things happen, strange apparitions, you know, these death angels, these strange spirits. That's all coming back on the shores of Babylon the Great. Now jumping down. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 20. For the whole world shine with clear light, and none will hinder in their labor. Now what's that world? The word of Israel. Because the Lord, he gave the Israelites light. Meanwhile, he was horrifying the Egyptians. Over them only was spread in heavy night an image of that darkness, which shall afterward receive them, but yet were they unto themselves more grievous than the darkness. Right, man. And so Esau is so bugged out, and these Edomites are so proud that this man thinks that he's going to fight against the Most High. It's going to be a one-punch knockout, man. As it says in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. So the scriptures say, fret not thyself because of evil men, because there are more that are with us than those that are going to be with the most, that are going to be with the army of Esau, Edom. that are going to be with these different nations, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And that man represents Yahweh Shai. The scriptures say he's not going to meet Esau as a man, but as an angelic force. So these angels, these are our brothers right here, man. As they look over us, we're looking upon each other, man. All right? These are the angels that are protecting us on our day-to-day basis. And these are the angels that are causing these elites to lose sleep. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all day burned I heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heavens to subdue the man that came out of the sea. So these nations, they're going to get together trying to fight Yahweh Shai. Hey, there's one president, I believe that was President, it's on the top of my tongue right now. I just can't think about it. There was a president that said, if we were to fight an outside force, will we not put aside all our differences and come together as one people? So you're going to have a lot of these people that are going to join sides with Esau. You got Jakes in the military that are going to fight along with Esau just to be destroyed, man. Because Yahweh Shem outside, he's not even going to have to lift up a hand. It's going to be like a quick second. The scripture said Babylon's going to be destroyed in 1 hour. From California to New York and different parts of the world, man. But I beheld, and lo, he had greated himself a great mountain and flew upon it. So this mountain that Ezra saw, he couldn't compare it to anything else. That mountain was the fathership that Yahweh Shai is going to be riding on. That was a huge spaceship. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was driven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet there's fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. That's right, man. You see? The Lord is going to destroy all these different mountains, man. And the Lord himself will be exalted in that day. All right? Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. So that's what? That's reincarnation. Those Roman centurions that pierced Yahweh Shai on the cross, they're back here today to receive their judgment, as well as 2/3 of our people in this truth. Because the ones that gave up Yahweh Shai, them wicked Pharisees and Sadducees, are back here in this truth today, man. And they're the ones that are wicked. These are the ones that are coming up against the man of the Lord, calling himself teaching his Bible, man. But the Spirit of the Lord is rebuking Esau, and is rebuking the wicked of our people. So it says, and all the kindreds of the earth shall well because of him. Even so, amen. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, said the Lord, which is, and which was, and which is to come, the Almighty. That's right, man. Right, so we don't have anything to fear, man. You know, Yahweh Shai, he's coming back. He's coming back soon. He's not coming back 12 years from now. He's coming back in this generation. Lord willing, this year or next year. All right? So, with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodas, you know. And this lady's channel right here, like I said, she might be an Israelite. The videos that she does a lot of good videos on Chariots, man. So, you know, only time will tell. Anyways, with that, we'll be on to the next one. Hey, Shalom.